Hi there, my name is Stacey Thompson. I'm the founder of the Performance Club, and you're about to watch one of a series of videos which I'm going to be talking all things the Performance Club and give some of my opinions and thoughts on some of the things that's going on around the mental health space at the moment. I hope you enjoy it, and yeah, thanks for watching.
Stacey, we've talked about why you do what you do. What do you do practically to make people's lives better? Because it's such a mess around the workplace and in general.
Yeah. I mean, I come at it from a multifaceted approach. And some might say that's not the easiest approach, but I think it's necessary because we are multifaceted individuals, and we're also working in a world now which is multifaceted. So you're talking from a personal point of view and from a workplace point of view, from an individual point of view, from a collective point of view. So one of the things, for example, is the narrative, and this is a very frustrating thing for me because, fundamentally for me, whilst I've seen the worst of mental health, I've also seen fundamentally the most amazing things to come from our mental health. And it's part of who we are, and without it, we're probably all, well, we're dead, really. I mean, that's that's fundamentally what it's all about. And I think, we can take a really serious approach to mental health, and I think that's where we need to be really thinking about it, because if we've got a stigma problem, it's not just an external stigma problem, it's an internal one. And I think that's very much by what we see and what we hear when we talk about mental health. And if you think about the narrative at the moment, if I was to ask people mostly what they think about when they think about mental health, it is around disease, it's around illness. So they might quote me depression, anxiety, schizophrenia. They might even go as far to say, oh, it's like that film, The One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest type of scenario, right? Or it's people who can't do their job, or they're turning up late for work, or, they're always aggressive or irritable or not doing what they should be doing, that type of stuff, right? But fundamentally, there's no person that isn't successful without having mental health, and not just positive mental health, which drives the success, but actually fundamentally maladaptive behavior that's driven them to be more successful, right? And yet these people who are successful, they're not really aware of these things that got them where they need to be, or what maintains some of their behavior to, I suppose, instill success. So the narrative is really important. And so for me, it's around creating a positive narrative around mental health, being really empowering about that, and actually recognizing that as human beings, we are fundamentally the most complex, beautiful, amazing, intellectual, most complex, crazy individuals that's ever, been around, or I suppose that we know about, because I've never been out into space, so I'm assuming there's other things going on in space, right? But for me, we're not recognizing that, and we are highly disturbed by each other and highly disturbed by ourselves. So we really need to get that internal narrative going, because, you can promote us coming out and telling our stories and telling people about fundamentally how we think and feel on a day-to-day basis, but without feeling that we have that acceptance from other people and the self-acceptance that's okay to do that ourselves, because everybody feels the same way, then we're not going to get anywhere. It doesn't matter how many listeners you have, because you're just not going to voice it. You're going to feel that you're afraid to voice it. So the narrative is a huge part of that. And I guess the next stage from that would be education. But that's for another video, probably. That's the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to know a little bit more about me or the Performance Club, please feel free to email me at hello@theperformanceclub.co, and please tune in to next week. All the best and have a wonderful week.